Welcome to Puppy Training 101, where I take you on my journey of training Emma, an 8-week-old golden retriever, from a little fluff ball with shark teeth to a well-mannered adult dog like Ellie. Now, before we get started, be sure to subscribe so you can stay updated on future courses. Welcome to week 4 of Emma being home. She is now 12 weeks old, and just like last week, we saw a lot of progress. So we'll dive in today and we'll talk about socialization, separation anxiety, potty training, and of course, puppy skills. For puppy skills this week, we added 3 new tasks: leave it, nose it, and heel. For leave it, I took low value treats in one hand, high value treats in the other hand, put the low value treats on the ground, leave it, farther away from Emma. Yes! When she gives me attention instead of the treats on the ground, I mark and reward with high value treats, and then pick up these low value treats. In this training session, she won't get them. I'll give them to her at a later time. For nose it, I started by taking a treat in between my 2 fingers. Nose it, yes! When her nose touches it, I would mark reward and give her that treat. Eventually, nose it, yes! Nose it, yes! Nose it, yes! Good girl! She's able to do it without a treat in your fingers. The important part about this is training to close doors, different things like that Emma will eventually work on. And then finally, we worked on heel. The big thing with this is taking a treat and luring your dog to stay next to you as you're walking. You want to be a little sporadic, going left, right, back, forward, different things like that, so that your dog learns to walk on a leash properly. We also worked on puppy skills Emma already knows, but we removed the treats from our hands and we didn't lure her. Emma, down. Yes, sit. Yes, spin. Good girl, sit. High five. Yes. Down. Good girl. Stay. Yes. Good girl. Good job. Freedom. Good girl. For socialization this week, we found a new thing called Sniff Spot, which is pretty awesome. It's pretty much the Airbnb of people's backyards for your dogs to play. Something I would definitely recommend checking out. They both got to play in a fenced-in backyard in a safe scenario. They also had a little pool, a kiddie pool for Emma to test out, and she did great in there. Then we went to puppy kindergarten, socialization. We had a couple friends over that did training with Emma and Ellie. And then we also went to the vet this week for Emma's round 3 of vaccinations and took that opportunity to train a little bit. As you can see here in this video of Emma just rocking it in a new place with lots of distractions. She was definitely a big hit at the vet. Separation anxiety was another big thing that we focused on this week. For dogs, especially if you work from home, it's common for them to gain a little bit of anxiety when you leave them. So for Emma, since she's very young, we're working on training her so that she doesn't get separation anxiety. So we'll leave the house every day for 1 to 2 hours, whether it be going to the gym, going out to lunch, to dinner, doing something so that Emma gets used to us being gone. The key point of that is finding a safe place for your dogs to be. So Emma stays in her crate. She loves her crate. This week, actually, in fact, we left the door open and there were several times where she went into the crate on her own. We threw huge puppy parties. Want her to know that that's a great place to be. But overall, separation anxiety is something that you definitely want to start focusing on, because although you want to spend time with your dogs every minute of the day, let's face it, there will be times you have to leave, and we want them to be happy and comfortable when that happens. Potty training is something that isn't talked about very often, but it is something that's incredibly important. So this week for Emma, the strategy for us was, as soon as she came out of the crate, taking her outside immediately so she could go to the bathroom. If she was playing with Ellie or playing with us or even training, after 30 minutes, we would take her back outside to go to the bathroom. And then as well as she started learning that her cue, if she goes to the door, she knows we have to go outside. And so she's been great. She didn't have any accidents in the house, and we're going on almost 2.5 weeks now without any accidents. We had one minor setback outside on our balcony. We have this thing called Fresh Patch, which is a piece of sod that comes to our apartment once a week. It's fresh grass. That's where Emma goes to the bathroom right now since she's not fully vaccinated. And there's one time she was in the vicinity and she just slightly missed the patch of grass. I think she was probably really excited for our puppy party that we do every time after she goes to the bathroom. But overall, a great week of potty training.